I look like a gumdrop today. Gumdrop.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am updating you guys on my year-long project pan. It is a rolling one, so that means whenever I finish an item in this project of things I'm trying to use up this year, I will be replacing it with a new item, so it's ongoing, and there's more than 10 products. We're just starting off with 10 products because that's all I have in regards to working on using up. So if you haven't seen my intro, I definitely recommend going to go watch that, just so you see where I started with the products. But there is some exciting progress. However, I have not finished anything yet, and that's okay. And just a little disclaimer, I did break a nail, and it is one of those unfortunate instances where it got way beneath the nail bed, so I can't even trim it all the way. Because it would just be too painful and too much of the skin underneath would be exposed. So we're dealing with a dingy band-aid, and I apologize. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump in with, I guess, some boring progress. The first item I'm panning this year is a Lancome Teint Idol Ultra Wear. When I started, I was about right here. I have shown a light and trying to see where the product is, but I don't know why I can't see through the frosted bottle. I can't see where this product is at, so I don't know how much progress I have on this. I don't know if I haven't done enough progress. Let me do this hand so you don't have to see my crusty band-aid, and you can see my cactus wall behind me. I don't think I've used this enough to start to see a difference in the bottle to see where the product is, but I have been using it with a lot of moisturizer because this is a demi matte finish, and I do really enjoy it, but it's just a little bit old. This expired 12/18 in regards to the sunscreen. I'm pretty sure I bought this it's a year and a half old, so I'm just trying to use it up as a foundation, not as an SPF type of situation. I really do enjoy this foundation, except for my super trouble areas I need to go in with foundation. I mean, concealer, I have to go in with concealer on the foundation on problem areas. Does that make any sense? I'm filming this not at the beginning of the day. Normally I film my videos at the beginning of the day when I'm nice and fresh, but I didn't have a chance to do that this morning because I just was really busy and I've been through classes, so now my brain is what? So please excuse my English if it just does not come out well. My brain is a little bit fried, but hopefully we'll see more progress in next month's update with this foundation. Another item that might not have as exciting progress is going to be my Hourglass Trio. I got this a while back, way a while back, and they're pricey, and I love these powders, but they're pricey. And I don't use them all the time, so I just want to use them up. So this is what the trio looks like. I'll insert a picture of what it looked like a month ago when I started this project, so not much difference. I've really only been focusing using, what is this, dim light, which is over here, which is still a little bit too dark for my complexion, but I do like to set my cheeks with it, especially when I'm using the Chanel Tan de Soleil bronzer, which is also in this project. I just feel it adds even more dewy and more glowiness, but that's the only one that seems to be having some progress. The dome is a little bit flatter. I've been using the middle product here, which is Incandescent Light, which isn't sold individually. It's only sold in the trio as a highlight because it does have a bit of glitter flecks, but that's how I really plan on using that one. It's just, it has too thick of glitter and too noticeable of glitter to use to set underneath my eyes. I don't know if it's just mine because I know other people have used it, but mine just has way too much glitter and I'm not going to use it like that, so I'll just use it up slowly as a highlight, inner corner highlight, etc, etc. And then this is Radiant Light, which is the darkest on the end. I won't be using that until I start to get a little bit darker, and I'll essentially be using that as I'm using dim light, just on the cheeks or as a mild bronzer. I am going to Portugal in the summer. I know I probably have been talking your ears off, but you guys, when I went summer of 2018, that was my favorite country. Unfortunately, Paris wasn't my favorite because I don't have money like that, but definitely will go back to Paris. I love how I just went from Portugal to Paris, but in 2018 when I did my big Europe trip, Portugal is my favorite, and I'm so blessed that I get to go back again and just be there for 2.5 weeks with a Portuguese family, my boyfriend's family. Gotta brush up on my Portuguese skills because they're definitely a little bit rusty right now. If you didn't know, I am trilingual. Fun fact, so I can speak English fluently, Spanish fluently, and then I can understand conversation in Portuguese, and also like basic, I can have basic conversations, but if you don't use it, you lose it, so I gotta practice. So yeah, we'll definitely be full throttle using this in Portugal. And as time goes on, love this product, but she's pricey. Like, you think she has money? She don't have money like that anymore. Moving on, we're gonna talk about another boring product. This is my Jordana eyebrow powder. Now, I can't travel with this anymore because ever since I have made my video, my intro video, this has been breaking and causing a mess anywhere it is. So this is what it looks like right now. I unfortunately don't have an intro picture for this. I could take a screenshot, but that's too much work. So as you can see, I only have the tiniest bit left. It is what I have in my brow today. I've been trying new brow techniques to like see if I can make it look a little bit better. I don't think today's my best brow day, but we're going with it. And I realized this might be a little bit too warm for me. I have very dark brown and I used to love it, but now you just realize, maybe because I had lighter hair before, I had more like light brown towards the end, and now because it's basically all virgin hair and one color, it just doesn't work as well anymore. I don't know, but I'm still using it. It's just, this stays at my desk. It does not travel with me. I just went traveling to Seattle and this stayed at home because it's just making a mess. I lost half of the product that I started with because it's just breaking off and crumbling and making a mess. So yeah, slowly but surely this is going to be used up, and I've had this for years and years and years, so it'll be an accomplishment when it's actually gone. Moving on to the next product, it is my product Candy Perfume. Now I've been using this at school, like before I go to class. I just spray it once a day. I mean, it's perfume. Perfume's more expensive. I don't treat it like body spray, like my Bath & Body Works. Like, I will go ham on that, but not this one because this is not Bath & Body Works price. So I'm just using it, spray at the beginning of the day, c'est la vie, see you next day. And I've made a little bit of progress. So again, not like my Bath & Body Works progress, but this is my intro line when I started, and that second line that you see there is where I am now. Not in a rush to finish it. I just want to finish it before the semester's over for sure. So that's in May for me. And I'm pretty sure I can get this gone by then, but I do switch off from my perfumes depending on what I'm doing. So like I said, I only really wear this here at school, on campus, and then I'll wear my other ones if I'm like going out or going on a trip or anything. I say going on a trip even though I've only been on one trip, and I can't believe my voice is already leaving me. But yeah, we're using this steadily and that's fine. I'm okay with it. You had to spend some coins to get this. And it's still wintry, so it's still a nice warm fragrance to be using. Okay, so this is like beating a dead horse in regards to you guys. If you guys have been following for the last couple of years, my Chanel Tan de Soleil bronzer, which is just a cream product, and cream products are a little bit more tricky to use because you're just moving the product around, so it's hard to see progress. But last year, like in November, when I had this in last year's project pan, I had hit the tiniest speck of pan that I could see, and then it went away because, again, cream product. But you guys, I finally did it. For you guys to see, I finally reached a good amount of pan. Do you see this? Do you see this? Do you see that? I finally hit pan! I have been working on this product, like, I'm not gonna say it, I've been working on it every day. Sure, if I've been using it every day for as long as I've included it on this channel, probably would have seen this a lot faster. But, you know, some days I'm not going for the bronze look. Sometimes, you know, I want a cool tone look, and this is very warm toned. Chanel Tan de Soleil bronzer, I've said it before, I think the price for how long this lasts and for how little you need is definitely worth it. and I love this. It hasn't gone bad in like the time that I've had it. Sure, maybe it's not as creamy as it was as a fresh new pot, but the fact that it's still going and I've had this for a ridiculously long amount of time is such a great sign to me. And I'm like, Chanel, she's coming through. Even though I'm becoming more of a Dior girl than a Chanel girl, but I still love Coco, even though this has nothing to do with bags or luxury community. And there is progress on the eyeshadow palette that I have in this project as well. I will insert a picture of what it looked like when I first inserted it into this project. I'll put that up on the screen. And I've been using this. I have noticed a couple of things in regards to how old it is, and last year I tried to work through old eyeshadows and had different problems with it. Those problems haven't come up with this palette, but I do see like longevity or like just straight up application. So this is what my palette looks like now, and I will be taking a picture. So as you can see, I hit pan on a new shade. This is called Dune. And then I've essentially expanded the pan in all of the matte shades. And this one, which is Wit, I think? No, it's Wind. Still looks the same, but I still like it. So yeah, we're getting good progress on this as everything is expanding. But some issues I have noticed. Basically, these two matte shades will crease. Like, you can put it on and 5 seconds after you put it on, doesn't matter if like you use whichever eyeshadow primer or if you set it, it will crease automatically. So what I've learned to do to kind of prevent that is I've been using a lot of this matte pink shade. I'll always apply that first, or I'll apply some of this Dune shade and make sure I have a good layer of that, so that way when I go in with this one, it prevents it a little more for creasing because there's more like layers of product. And it's quite annoying because sometimes even when you do that, especially this one in particular, will still do it. So it just depends if it works that day or not, and it used to never do that. So it's definitely because of how old this is. Again, this came out spring of 2015, so that means this spring this palette is going to be 5 years old. And I know people have had palettes for longer, but you know, quality is different, quality deteriorates, eyeshadows are formulated differently. So just some little issues I've encountered with this palette as I've been panning it, or like things that I've noticed in regards to like, sorry, my hair, it just sticks to this sweater because it's like a weird like staticky material and it's kind of bothering me. But yeah, that's something that I noticed. Not a big deal, just have to use more eyeshadow underneath it to prevent that from happening. Which is fine because that means I'll be using up more of the other shades. Also, something that I discovered is that this dark shade right here is actually a great match for my eyebrows. So when I went on my Seattle trip, which just happened, I think the footage will come after this video because I just don't have time to sit and edit it right now. I've been using this one and it worked out perfectly. It was actually a great match with my cool tone eyebrows. And I will definitely be using this eyebrow powder once I run out of the other one, since I am panning the other one. But yeah, it was a cool, neat little discovery, and that is the update with that. And for the last portion of this update, we have all of my lip products. Lip products are the hardest thing for me to use up, and I will be inserting pictures of the little notebook that I have where I'm keeping track of the lines, and there's not that much progress, honestly. So let's go ahead and talk about each one individually. So this is MAC's Cream Sheen Lipstick in Peach Blossom. Still have a lot of product. This product on its own is not the most flattering because it's like a weird, or I just don't like it just on its own. You'll see that I made very, very minimal progress, and this is the one I have the hardest time using. Actually, no, it's the second to hardest time I have using. It looks such a pretty color in the tube, but it just doesn't quite translate like that onto the lips. So I have been using other lipsticks underneath this and putting this on top, and using it like that has worked out great, but of course it just means it's gonna take longer because I'm just not wearing this on its own, so I'm not using as much product. But you know, I'm hoping that I can finish this in an entire year. The product I really haven't used that much. I think I've only used it 3 times, is the Buxom White Russian lip gloss, and I'm just not a lip gloss person. I need to stop buying lip glosses because I don't. If I have glossy lips, it's most likely a lip balm and not lip gloss. I do have a little bit of this on, but I don't know why I just don't reach for it. Lip gloss is too high maintenance for my life, for me personally, so it's gonna be a little bit more of a struggle for me to finish this, but you know, it's still minty, it still works. We'll still keep using it. I can't do any lines because I really haven't used any or that much product to show like a line difference. So hopefully next month the situation will be a little bit different where I can actually show you like where we're at, but this is still essentially full. Up next we have the ColourPop Lumiere lipstick. It is what I'm wearing right now underneath the lip gloss. This one I've been reaching for a little bit more just because it's easy, it's in a nice color. Goes with a lot of things. You're gonna see that there's not that much progress with this either. There is a lot of product, a little goes a long way, and it's also gonna take me a while to use this up because it's a lot of lipstick in these tubes, and like I said, like lipstick is like the hardest thing for me to remember to apply. I don't know why, it just is. I don't know how people can like go through lipstick so much. I mean, I'm just a college student, I'm just going to class and back. Like sometimes I already feel like I have more on than other people, and I'm not saying like, yeah, do what you want, but sometimes, I don't know, sometimes I do feel like I mean, ideally, like, I should just roll out of bed and that'd be so convenient, but that's not me. So, yeah. So, we'll see where we're at with this next month. But again, a little progress with all of these. And then the last item is the MAC lip liner in Boldly Bare, which is just the lip liner that I try to use underneath that MAC lipstick. But lip liner is like just a hard thing to be like, okay, let me put on the lip liner first and then do the lipstick. But it's gonna take me like the whole year, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Like, okay. We'll show you where it's at and where it's the paper. I've sharpened this about like 2 times, but it literally looks like it has not moved. So yeah, but we're doing this little thing because someone mentioned it in the comments last time that the form of measurement should just be me measuring it to my face, because in the first video I was like, and from my chin to, I'm like, where's my chin to my forehead? It's still about to the middle of my forehead. Like I said, you're gonna see it in the piece of paper that there's not much like progress. It's still in the middle of my head. Maybe by next update I can get it to the top of my brows and I'll be really happy with that, but that's a lot of lip liner to use, so we shall see how that goes. But that is my monthly, or my first monthly update of my project pan. I was gonna be like, finish this and blah blah blah. I had to watch my last video to see like if there was any little like kinks to remember to mention in this video, like the whole like measuring into your face with my lip liner just for the heck of it. But hopefully there's a lot more progress. It's always slow in the beginning because you're like kick-starting that routine of using the same products over and over again, but because it's only 10 items and they're not like gonna take forever to use except for maybe the lip products, we are gonna keep this monthly, and I know you guys prefer monthly updates as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you're doing a project pan, whether it's a finish a certain amount in the allocated year or you're just doing it on your own. I know that there's a group on here that's Team Project Pan. I know that's what it was last year. I want to say that's what it is this year, but I'm not sure. They say anyone can use the hashtag even if you're not following that, so I am gonna do a hashtag on that, so there is a community of project panners in regards to makeup. And yeah, so don't forget to let me know, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening whenever you're watching this, and I will see you guys all in my next video.